The new PTE academic updates. Yes, the detailed video is here giving you complete knowledge on what has changed. Read aloud has changed, man. You believe it or not, because I've taken an official mock test by selecting that my exam date is after August 7th, and I got an opportunity to interact with the software that is going to be there after August 7th, and there are so many updates. Want to make most out of this video? Make sure you watch the video till the end. Hey everybody, Nakul here from SKILLS PTE ACADEMIC. Really hope everybody is doing fantastic. I'm back with yet another super awesome packed video on the PTE academic updates in complete detail. And yes, there are so many changes. We will talk about them as well. If not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button anytime you need online assistance. It's a paid assistance. You can check the information in the description of this video. We'll left a WhatsApp link. You can click on the link, send us a message. We will do the needful. Also to tell you, recently we released our 3 official ebooks. The links for all the ebooks are in the description of this video. All right, without any further delay, let's straight away get right into the new PTE academic updates in detail. First thing first, the new update includes 2 new sections in the PTE speaking alone, and this is for PTE academic only and not for PTE core. Second question all of you guys have in mind, is this going to be really difficult? No, it is not going to be really difficult. All the scoring enhancements, whatever they have done, it's only with respect to the modules that have AI, describe, image, retell, lecture, the essay. Those are not the high priority modules, but yes, those modules also contribute scores, and this is what it is. It is not something that is very, very difficult that is going to come. You don't have to forcefully take exam before August 7th. Just because a lot of things in your mind running that after August 7th it's going to be difficult. No, it's going to be the same software with 2 additional things that I just told you. The third thing, are there any updates with respect to the rest of the modules? 100% yes, and that's what I'm making a video today. I'm going to give you each and everything. I did a lot of research. I took the official mock test. You also can take it from ptepractice.com, from the Pearson website. There you can choose the option. I have exam before August 7th. I have exam after August 7th. You click on exam after August 7th. You will get the new module, the new software, the new update in place. And I took that. Only speaking I took, and this is what my score report. I will not be able to show exact thing because long time back we did, and copyright was filed by the Pearson company, so I should not be ideally, because it is their property. You can check out few of the more information on the same in my Instagram page, SKILLS PTE Academic. But this is a score report. I got 90 speaking, 10 reading, 51 listening, and 10 writing. So now we will understand each and every update in a short while. Now let's start with the modules one by one. PTE read aloud. Are there any changes? To a naked eye, it looks like there are absolutely no changes, but when you go more deep into it, there is a major change with respect to PTE read aloud. The old criteria was PTE read aloud, 5 for content, 5 pronunciation, 5 fluency, and it would give marks to both speaking and reading, 35 marks to speaking. And you do it only once. It's like you take one stone and just throw it once. You bear 2 fruits. One is reading, one is speaking. But that is not the case anymore. Earlier, 35 marks you could have easily gotten from read aloud to reading and speaking both, but now it is only the speaking module, and it is also confirmed by the official mock test that I took, where I got speaking 90, like I'm showing here. The detailed video is in the Instagram page. You can check. Speaking 90, but reading is not 35. Reading is still 10. 10 means it's the 0. They don't give 0. By default, they give it as 10. So this confirms that whatever is written in the PTE score guide, the new guide, it's absolutely valid. They've thought through and written it. Not by typing mistake, they've thought through and written it to the perfection. Henceforth, your read aloud contributes only to speaking and not to reading. Confirm news. So are there any other changes in the read aloud in terms of the scoring criteria? No changes. Whatever the way I have taught you in the YouTube, the same way I spoke in the official mock, I got 90 speaking. So you don't have to worry. I even did not wear a mic. My laptop Mac mic was sufficient to get a 90. Second thing, repeat sentence. Are there any changes? To a naked eye, it looks like there are no changes. But trust me, if you go through the score guide properly, if you deep dive into it, you will understand that there is a small change. The old criteria is if you speak perfectly, 3 out of 3 for content. If you speak 50% correctly, 2 out of 3 content. But now they've added another line. All words from the prompt in the correct sequence. That means sequence you cannot alter. For instance, if this is the audio, you need to stand there until I come to lit the light, and if you speak, you need to lit the light, you're gonna get 0. Earlier this was not the case. first phrase, last phrase, get the marks, but now it has to be in sync in the same order. Remember this, all these are pretty much valid, and in my repeat sentence in the official mock, I spoke precisely, everything was correct, so I didn't have to worry. But for those people who have problems, it's time you correct it. First 60%, first 70% you speak, you're gonna get the marks. First 20%, then last 30% I speak, then you don't get the marks. Remember this. Next is describe image, old criteria, new criteria. There is a small difference. Earlier it is 5 for content, 5 fluency, 5 pronunciation. Now it is 6 for content. Overall it's gonna give you from 5-6 marks only from one describe image, but the weightage for the content is more. So basically they are making sure that if they have to give full marks, they're expecting more from you. But I did not do anything. I took the official mock, I used the same template, spoke 3 things, like the given image is a bar graph that gives information about x-axis, talks about y-axis, talks about, and 3 key things I spoke in lengthy sentences, used the same template. I got 90. Meaning whatever I've told you before, you follow, there is no problem with respect to describe image. Problem starts only when you start using keywords, not bringing connection between them, which I have never taught you, which I've never recommended in my channel as well. The next is Retell lecture. 2 to 3 questions were come. Earlier for read aloud I forgot to tell you, number of questions remain the same, 6 to 7. Repeat sentence 10 to 12. Describe image 5 to 6. Retell lecture 2 to 3, before as well, now as well. Old criteria, content 5, fluency 5, pronunciation 5. The new criteria, content 6. I did not do anything much today in the official mock test that I took. I used, I think, 5 phrases. 4 or 5 phrases I used with the same template, which is a structure. I got full scores. Meaning you use only keyword kind of template, not bringing connection between them. Then your marks will go down. You just follow the same things that I've told you before. You should be able to get a good score towards your Retell lecture as well. Next is answer short question. Is there a change? Yes, there is a change in answer short question as well. Earlier criteria is you give a correct answer, you get 1 mark to speaking and 1 to listening. But now it is only to listening. Then why they have put in the speaking? Because you have to speak to confirm the answer. But it's a listening skill. It's all about whether you understand what you listen and then respond. It's a listening skill. So it's 1 mark to listening, not to speaking. Remember this. That's one of the changes. Next is summarize group discussion, a new module. This is the module that is posing a little difficulty. I don't want to just give you false hopes, but this is a little tricky because you got to take down a lot of notes. The audio goes for 3 minutes and then 10-second preparation time, and then 2 minutes you got to speak continuously. At least 90 seconds or 1.5 minutes you need to speak, and that's what I did. I divided them into speaker 1, 2 and 3. There will be 3 speakers speaking in the audio. I'll just show you a small demonstration. I basically will show you what I do now, but in the official mock, speaker 1, speaker 2, speaker 3, I took the notes, separately, and I spoke them for around 95 seconds, or not 2 minutes, but 20 seconds less than that. 1.5 minutes I spoke, I got 90 out of 90. So 1 to 1.5 minutes you speak, you should be able to get it, but how to take notes? Let me give you a quick idea on how to do it. Let's start. All right, let's start.
I used to think studying online would be easier, but it's turned out to be much more challenging than I expected. Without a proper classroom and a structured schedule, I find it hard to stay focused and motivated. There's always something happening at home, the doorbell, the phone ringing, family talking, and it's really difficult to create a study-conducive environment.
I completely get that. In my case, the biggest issue is the lack of interaction. In face-to-face classes, I could just ask a question immediately or clarify things after class. But with online classes, everything feels delayed or disconnected. Sometimes, I don't even ask because I feel awkward unmuting myself or typing in the chat.
Same here. And I think one of the biggest problems with online learning is managing your own time. At first, I thought having recorded lectures was a blessing, like I could watch them whenever I wanted. But now, I keep putting them off until the weekend, and then I end up binge-watching 5 lectures in a row, which is overwhelming and exhausting.
That's such a common trap. I've started making to-do lists, but I still get distracted. Social media is a huge problem for me. I'll just check a message for a minute, and suddenly 30 minutes are gone. And because there's no physical separation between study space and relaxation space, it's hard to shift into a steady mindset.
Another thing I've noticed is the toll it takes on my mental health. Sitting in front of a screen for hours every day is tiring, and it feels isolating. There's no casual conversation with classmates, no breaks in the hallway. Even the smallest human interactions made a big difference, and now they're gone.
That's true. I also struggle with group work. It's harder to collaborate when everyone is online. You have to schedule meetings, send long texts to explain simple things, and often people just stop replying. The workload gets unfairly distributed sometimes, and there's no easy way to address that.
And let's not forget the technical issues. My internet has dropped multiple times during live quizzes or presentations. It's so frustrating when you're trying to give your best, and something completely out of your control affects your performance.
Yeah, and I've had classes where the audio or slides didn't work, and we just sat there waiting. Plus, not all professors are tech savvy. Some of them struggle with screen sharing or setting up the online platform, which wastes a lot of time.
I guess online learning requires more discipline, more planning, and more patience than we expected. It's not just about attending lectures, it's about developing new skills, like managing time independently, staying motivated without supervision, and dealing with tech glitches calmly.
Maybe the university should offer a short course or workshop on how to cope with online learning, like practical strategies for staying productive and mentally balanced.
That's a great idea. We're all figuring it out as we go, but some guidance would make things a lot less stressful.
Agrees with S1 for course. I've written a lot, now I'll start speaking. We will divide them into intro, body and conclusion. In the intro, we will talk about what the lecture was about. I think lecture was about studying online, so I'll start with something like this. Let's start. The discussion was about studying online and was discussed by 3 speakers, mainly speaker 1, speaker 2 and speaker 3. In the beginning, the speaker 1 says that studying online is very easy, but it is quite challenging. It is hard to focus and stay motivated because the family talking, phone ringing, all will definitely distract. And later on, the speaker 1 also agrees with speaker 2 on huge distraction as there is no physical separation, and he also adds that it is so frustrating when your internet goes off, and maybe internet or the university should offer how to cope up with the online course. Then comes the speaker 2 who definitely agrees with speaker 1 and says the main issue is the lack of interaction. Everything feels delayed or disconnected. The speaker 2 also said that sometimes it doesn't even ask, audio doesn't work, and not all the professors are tech savvy, and he always agrees with the speaker 3. The mental health also takes a toll is what speaker 2 adds, and no casual conversations with the classmates will make it more bearing and interaction is completely gone. The speaker 3 completely agrees with the speaker 1 and the speaker 2, and in the end the speaker 3 starts saying that the main problem is the recorded lecture was blessing was what the speaker 3 thought, but then it pushed and it became overwhelming. The speaker 3 also agrees with speaker 2 and says it's very hard to collaborate during the online session because the workload gets unfairly distributed sometimes. This much of things need to be added. I don't want to give you false things just to stay motivated. It's gonna be difficult, but it is not impossible. I did it with probably 10 minutes of understanding what the module demands from us. You just type man speaker 1, 2, 3 and start speaking, speak. Just try to give the correct response. May not be in the order, just say speaker 1 and 2 and 3. I will come up with a new detailed video on how to do summarized group discussion. But this is how I did it. I got 90. Hope you're getting it, and I have the proof I showed you. The next is respond to situation, and also to tell you summarized group discussion. 2 to 3 questions can come, but only 1 was there in the official mock, and it contributes marks to both speaking and listening. Content is 6. Fluency 5, pronunciation 5. Next comes respond to situation. 2 to 3 questions can come, but only 1 was there in the official mock. The old criteria, because this was already there in the PTE code, the old criteria here contributed marks to both speaking and listening, but the new criteria is only speaking. This is the new change again, because from this you will not be getting any marks towards your listening. Content 6, fluency 5, pronunciation 5, but I did not do anything much in the official mock. I spoke the way I've taught students in the PTE core class. The same way I spoke, I got the marks. 3 things you need to speak. In the question also 3 things will be there. You just speak that. Done and dusted. I'll soon make a new video. This is gonna be easy, not difficult. Don't worry. The next is summarize written text. Is there a change? Yes. Old criteria, 2 to 3 questions can come. The new criteria, only 2 is fixed. 2 questions will come. Old criteria, the content is 2 marks, but the new criteria content is 4 marks. There is a catch here. This probably will give more marks towards reading. 2 questions, you can expect some 10 marks or at least 8 marks to reading from this. You got to get, because read aloud is now not contributing 35 marks to reading. So some other source must contribute marks to reading. So summarized written text can contribute marks to reading. Very soon I'll make a video on how to get full marks. Should we change the copy paste approach or not? I'll come back on that. The new criteria, they have written clearly, if you use all capital letters, it's going to be scored 0. Be very careful. Make sure your caps lock is not on. Write the punctuations correctly. And new important thing, spelling 2 marks was there for summarized written text in the old criteria. New criteria, they have removed it because they got to know. Because they're also smart. Over the years, they have evolved. They got to know, they've already shown the question. People are exactly typing by looking into it. The chances of making spelling mistakes is 0. So they've removed the spelling. So even if you make spelling mistake, probably it may count as a grammar thing. Be very careful. The next is essay writing, new update. Only 1 question will come, exactly 1. Earlier they were like 1 or 2, but now only 1 no matter what. Old criteria, content 3 marks. Development, structure and coherence 2 marks. And general linguistic range 2 marks. The new criteria for all these things is 6, 6, 6. Overall essay will contribute same 10 to 12 mark, but the preference is more given to the content. You cannot simply use some template, put some keywords and finish it off. It's going to be 0. Be very careful. You cannot simply write simple sentences and finish it off. It's going to be 0. You got to come up with compound complex sentences. And coherent structure, whatever the paragraph, the structure that I've told will work, but I will again retest everything and update you. For now I was able to test only speaking, which contributed marks to listening. And one more major update in essay writing, they have clearly written if there is no punctuation used, or if you've used all capital letters, no comma, nothing, no full stop, nothing has been written, just some points you have written, because all this have been done by the students and got marks. So now Pearson is more accurate. They're more responsible in terms of their scoring. If you write all capital letters or no punctuations, going to be 0. And one major update, which people don't think it is quite an update because it's not clearly visible. You check in the score report, they've updated their spelling criteria. Old criteria 2 marks. That's it. You make mistakes, they have not clearly mentioned as to how much they're going to lose, but now they have clearly updated. 2 out of 2 if all spellings are correct, 1 out of 2 if 1 spelling is wrong, 0 out of 2 is more than 1 spelling wrong. That means if more than 1 spelling mistakes is there, you're gonna miss that 2 marks straight away. Be very, very, very careful if you're giving exam after August 7th. The entire reading module looks like there are no changes, but there is one major change. Reading, writing, fill in the blanks. The very first module, 5 to 6 questions. Earlier used to come, now also same thing. But earlier, it used to contribute marks to reading and writing both. But now, no marks to writing, it contributes marks to only reading. Then why the name reading and writing? Probably we need to write a letter, write an email to them to change it. But know that earlier you do it once, 1 stone you hit 2 fruits. 1 mango, 1 apple. But now only mango. Only reading, writing marks will not come from this. So that's a loss for us. Earlier we just do it once. We're going to get marks 35 or 25 marks, 25 to reading, 25 to writing. Now it's only 25. That's the only change in the writing. And then comes listening module, summarize spoken text. The new change, only 1 question will come. Old 2-3 questions can come, but now it's only 1 question. The old content was for 2 marks, the new content 4 marks. They're expecting more, meaning less of a template, more of sentences that you can write on your own by bringing some connection. And the new update, all capital letters if you write, it's going to be 0. If you've written no punctuations, just bulletin points, 0. It should be comma, full stop, something has to be there. And the new thing, no spelling errors, 2 out of 2. 1 spelling errors, 1 out of 2. More than 1 spelling errors, 0 out of 2. These are the updates. These are the complete updates. There cannot be any more updates than this. So henceforth, whenever I make a video, I'll make a video on how to get the full marks for each of these modules. So keep watching Skills PTE Academic. This is not the end. This is just the beginning. Well, if you really want to appreciate our time, because in just 1 or 2 days, making a video editing, it's not an easy job. So if you really appreciate, like, share and subscribe and leave your valuable comments in the comment section. Any doubts you have, do leave your comments. We'll come back at the earliest. The next video I'm going to post on Tuesday. I'll come up with respond to situation and summarize group discussion, how to do for a perfect 90 out of 90. Stay tuned. This is Nakul signing off from Skills PTE. Soon we'll be back. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Thanks much.